of adventures we take all over the world. And in today's adventure, we got Manny.
Finally here.
In Japan. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. It's awesome.
You've been here for 3 days now?
3 days. Today's the fourth day.
Today's the fourth day? Yeah, man, that's
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4 days.
How you liking it?
Oh, dude. It's awesome. Everything that I can imagine it's actually kind of far exceeded my expectations in terms of food, in terms of honestly the real politeness around people. You know, I've gone to Starbucks a couple times, and I know it's Starbucks, but the fact that I go in and people are friendly, and even when we went to Coco's, you know, and the way people are able to do their best to help you, even if you don't speak the language. It's not like you're going there and you can't speak the language and like they just turn you away and are like, all right, you know, we're not even gonna bother. It's like no, they really do go through all the means to take care of you, you know. But there's so many things. The food's on point. Transportation's extremely on point. The hotel accommodations that I have, you know, I mean, just that alone. You know, I told you about the whole putting the card in, everything powers up. That being said, though, I did learn something. I think that when you leave the room, they turn everything off, even the power. Because when I went to Starbucks this morning, I figured I let my phone charge a little bit, so I let my phone on the charge. It was at 80 something. I took a shower and stuff like that. So when I started to get out, I was like close to 90. I said, by the time I get back, it'll be 100%. Came back, my phone was still at the same percentage it was when I left. So I think when I take the card out and I leave, everything goes off in there. So if your phone's dying and if you just want to let it stay at the hotel to let it charge, it won't charge. You'll come back to a dead phone. So I know now. I'm like, okay, whenever I go to bed, just make sure the thing's plugged in. So
you get a spray card?
No, they only give you the one card. Because I think the whole point is once you put that card in and you take it out, that lets the hotel know that you are gone. And I don't think, even if you go for, like, I'm assuming you have to be gone for a certain amount of time for them to do, because they have to go in and they replace the trash, they replace the towels, anything that you used, and make the bed. So, you know, they don't touch any of your stuff. But yeah, I just kind of realized that, so when you leave that room, all the power shuts down. Not just the lights and TV or something like that. No, everything goes off. The Wi-Fi goes off because when you walk in, you have to wait a minute for your phone to connect to the Wi-Fi again.
Really?
Yeah. Because when you turn, if I take that card, because remember when we took the card out, I wasn't connected online anymore.
Oh.
Because I think it was also because I was trying to show it via my phone with somebody. I was video chatting with my brother, and I took the card out just to show him the thing power down. As soon as the power down and I lost Wi-Fi, lost the signal. So I'm like, wow. So literally, this room stays off unless someone's in it. I think the only thing that stays on, because it has a switch and it's got to be hooked up to something special, is probably the refrigerator. Because I cannot imagine the refrigerator turning off too, and you have food inside.
Well, that's a way to save energy for them, I guess.
Yeah.
When nobody's in the room.
They even actually do say on the fridge, like, you know, I used that Google Translate to see what it said, and eco safety and stuff like that. They're like, please, if you're not using the fridge, keep it off, and you know, because I guess that's the one thing that, like I said, does not power down when you leave the room. Because
you have no switch, right?
Yes, it's right there on the dash on the desk. That's right there. You just turn it on, and I had it on obviously yesterday for the drink. Nice and cold when I got home. Got back to the hotel. Bed's extremely comfortable. But yeah, everything right now has been a blast. And right now is actually a really good time to come visit Japan because the American dollar goes a long way. We were at Akihabara yesterday, and I bought 3 figures, and I did not even spend. I mean, I spent over 100, but if you look at how much I actually spent on both items, I spent under $100.
So my question was, like, how much was it, like,
The Felicia one that you got?
The Felicia one was like if you take away the team members, like we were talking
No,
about.
like how much was it in the States? Because you
It's the price that that would have cost me probably about a good $130, $140.
Really?
And I just bought it yesterday for like $90. I just showed you the.
So that means if let's say you did bring your thing, you would have paid me.
And if I had brought my passport, which this gentleman told me don't bring it because he's afraid of me getting lost, even though I have been told through other YouTubers and people who visit Japan say keep your passport, not just for the whole discount thing, but it's in case you do run into some type of trouble. And when I say trouble, I don't mean like actual trouble. It's just like it's more in case just out of nowhere a cop comes up to you and asks you for some information about you. I have my driver's license on me, but I think the passport also helps to let them know that you're a visitor, or because I think you have different paperwork if you're an actual resident.
Yeah, you have like a Japanese ID card.
Yeah, and I don't have that. So,
That ID card is still.
and you know, the only reason why I say that is because this is a little fun little story. So one of the things I was warned about when coming to Japan is watch out for certain people. Certain things are going on that are kind of like scams. And he was with me, so he knows this is true. We were walking in Shibuya the first night I was here. Shinjuku. We were Shinjuku, and literally the first night I was here, we were walking, and out of nowhere, these two elderly ladies come up to me and speak, in perfect English, said, "Do you want to go to church?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to go to church." Because I know already that that's a scam. It's just a way of them trying to get money out of you and stuff like that. And I started like laughing. I'm like, oh my god, the one thing that I heard about to be careful of happened. And I'm sitting there like,
does this look like the face of a scam, of somebody that needs to be scammed? We really need to know. Because I have been here for give or take 8 months. Nobody has asked me to join the church.
It's because we already talked about this, and but it's because actually we both look clearly from foreign. What am I talking about? We're in Japan. None of us look like we're from here.
It looks like that.
But but it was one of those things, kind of like, oh wow, okay. But I just said no. I just kept on walking. And, they don't bug you for too long. They ask you, and you just say no, thank you, and you just keep walking. Just don't acknowledge. Just say no, thank you, and just keep walking. So.
Yeah. Oh, yesterday you were singing your soul.
Yes. The dreaded karaoke. Oh, something that I was actually not looking forward to because I am not a karaoke guy. I just am not. But we went. Your friend had a little get together, and so I met a bunch of new interesting people. Daniel's like, "You're gonna sing karaoke, whether you like it or not." And I'm just like,
sing karaoke.
So I immediately started trying to look for the easiest songs to sing.
And from a person that started out saying that he's not going to sing, he sang like 5 songs, like back to back.
I sang 3 songs.
He sang
Danger Zone, which was the
Danger
first
Zone.
one. Ghostbusters. And the song that I sang
We
with
Are
you.
Champions.
We Are Champions, but that's it.
You sang Cho Cho Cho.
I didn't sing that.
Everybody sang Cho Cho Cho.
There were 2 guys singing, and then there's this one. I didn't even know what the hell they were talking about.
Nobody knows.
And I'm just like, what? And I'm like, oh, okay, raise the roof. I had no idea what we were singing.
Singing Cho 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 now.
Cho Cho Cho.
So we sang Cho Cho Cho, and I felt like with tequila.
Oh, well, that. Once again, that's like I said. Like that one song that we had no idea what it was, and then when it's that one verse comes out, it's like, oh, now we know the song. We don't know the song.
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet what?
Sweet Caroline.
Yeah, that's like
Dun, dun, dun. I don't know the rest.
Yeah, nobody knows the rest. I said to him, it's like the same, it's like that song, Sweet Home Alabama. Like the only thing you know about the song is Sweet Home Alabama.
That's all. Why is it like that? Like, there's so many songs that I can remember the chorus to, but I have no recollection.
There's always going to be songs that. What's that one song? It's the end of the world as you know it. It's the end of the world as we know and I feel fine. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. You don't like you. All right, they go way too fast. You don't know the rest of the lyrics, and you're just, but you know that part of the song.
The one that always comes to mind. I don't know.
If you've seen Independence Day, you've heard that song. It's the song that you hear playing in the very beginning when that you saw that one Asian dude playing golf in the office, and then that's when he gets the signal. But in the background, that song is playing. It's the end of the world. Because obviously the whole point of Independence Day is that the aliens are attacked. You know the story if you've seen the movie, but yeah, they're playing that song, and it's one of those songs that you know those verses, that chorus, but once it gets to the song, you just lose track. You have no idea.
Journey song. It's a Journey song. It's like shit. My mind is running right now.
We'll get back to it. But it was kind of a bummer because once I started getting into the mood, I started trying to look for some songs, but there were just some songs that were just not available, and I was just kind of like, man, because I wanted to do the Gemini song with you.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been a cool song to sing because I love that song. But when we tried to look for it, they didn't have it.
Yeah, they don't have like a lot of songs. They have more of the classics.
Yeah.
Things considered as classics, they have those ones. So you will see a lot of Bruno Mars, Madonna,
Puff Daddy.
Like anything that was like major.
Then it was a major hit, yeah.
Yes.
Even though those songs that we were talking about were major hits, but I guess you only have a limit. Every place has a limited amount of songs. But last night actually turned out to be a blast. Well, yesterday in general was a blast. We went to Coco's, and we only went there because I used to go to Coco's a lot when I was a kid. My grandma always used to take us to the one that was local to us in San Diego. And right now, Coco's there's not that many of them left. So when I came to Japan, and I noticed there was a Coco's here, in Akihabara, no less, I was like, all right,
fuck yeah,
we're going to do Coco's in Akihabara. And actually, it was quite good.
How did you enjoy it?
It was really good. I had the hamburger steak mushroom sauce. And the sauce and and I already told you the reason why I actually really enjoy it, because it's just a very much easy thing to eat. But it was really good. The corn and the broccoli. The only thing that kind of really surprised me, we're sitting there chatting, and I know these things are in certain areas, certain restaurants, but I had not experienced it yet. So we're sitting there we're just chatting, and then out of nowhere in the corner, a little drone comes up to bring me my soup, and I'm like, what the hell? And and then it's like, turns around, and there's my soup. I'm like, oh, okay, and just grab my soup and put it right there and start eating. I'm like, I wanted to record it, but that was the only thing, because everything else that was brought to us was brought to by a waitress. So we didn't have another chance to meet R2D2 again, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So. But now it makes me wonder what other restaurant can we possibly walk in where that is a feature. So.
Well, the Shabu Shabu place.
Oh, okay.
You know Shabu Shabu?
No.
So,
Dude, I don't know anything.
So Shabu Shabu is a Japanese meal.
It's basically like a hot pot.
Mm-hmm.
So they give you this big pot of soup, and you order your meats, and you go pick up your vegetables and everything. Then put it inside the soup, and you just start eating it. But it's like a communal dish, so you just sit down, and there's a place we go to in the next station. They have, it's like all you can eat and all you can drink as well. And you go in the fridge, you can actually mix your drinks.
Oh, okay.
So if you want whiskey and Coke, you go there, you take the whiskey, you pour it in your cup, you go get your Coke, you press the button, you get your Coke, and you just sit down and you're like, hey. And they have like an ice cream machine, so some people make like floats.
Oh, root beer floats and stuff like that?
Root beer floats, soda floats, and they have a waffle machine, they have cotton candy machine, they have like 3 or 4 different types of rice.
You know what? The only thing I can say right now that I will say that kind of bummed me out. It didn't bum me out. It's just kind of like, we went to a ramen place that's his local ramen place that's right here in his area. Ramen was great. He's absolutely right. I'm going to go back to America and just be like, that ramen place that I like in America, now I'm going to be very judgmental towards it, unfortunately. But we went, and then we started going to another area that we were walking to, and there was a street event. There was people going into a temple, lots of people, and they had the whole marketplace. And it's one of those things where I'm like, damn it, we just ate. Because I would love to go in there. Like, honestly, if we had not gone to that ramen place, I would probably went to 2 or 3 of those stands just to grab something, just to try it and be like, okay, I'm having this street food. This is awesome. And we walked by and we're like, I just ate. This sucks. It's just kind of
one of the festivals. I think this is the last. I don't know if last week was the last week, but last week was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I got some good pictures, so I can say I was there. But in terms of being able to eat anything, I mean, I'm not gonna force. I don't want to start feeling sick today, so I just, we were full.
Is there enough food in Japan? You're never going to get hungry.
No. I'm just saying though, it would have been nice to have just been able to be in an event like that, where people are just like gathered like that and all these little things here, and because I'm pretty sure that that's not an everyday thing. Yeah, so if we went by that area again, that probably is not gonna all that stuff's not gonna be happening. So you're just kind of like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, that would have been nice to have done, but whatever.
I just remembered. I know a place that it happens every day.
Really?
Asakusa.
Okay. Asakusa.
Asakusa, they have their big temple, Sensuki Temple. It would be nice to go on a day where we do Asakusa and we walk to like Ueno Park, and then from the Ueno Park, then we do Akihabara. That's like a full day adventure where you just like you start in one area, then you start like walking around and seeing different things, then you migrate to another area. Then you're like, oh wow, then you migrate to Akihabara, they're like, oh, I know this place. Then you migrate to another place, you're like, wow, this is cool. But everything is like weirdly connected.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I found the connection when I was living in Asakusa. Because in Asakusa, Ueno is like a block away. So
you go to Ueno, they have a park, they got the zoo, they have all their stuff, museums and stuff. And you just keep on strolling, next thing you know, you're like, I know this place. This is cool, because you'll be on like the other side of it, and you're like, oh. Then you keep on walking, and you're like, oh, Akihabara, and you go around and like check out the stuffs. But in Ueno, they have this street market. It's like this long street market, and that's where the guy has your shirts. All those shirts.
I wore a particular shirt yesterday because we were in Akihabara, and like this is the geek otaku weeb section. So I wore my very provocative demon shirt that I bought specifically for this trip. I literally bought shirts, or I had shirts that I'm like, I'm only wearing this when I go to Japan. I have a Godzilla shirt that I got for Christmas like 2 years ago from my sister. So I'm a huge Godzilla fan. But I said that when we go back to Shinjuku, I'm going to wear that shirt. We're going to actually go into the hotel. We're going to go to the very top where there's a cafe and get ourselves some Godzilla dessert and hopefully get an autograph. I don't know. I hope he's doing signings that day.
Godzilla?
Yeah.
You come down from the roof.
Can I get your autograph?
This week we have Pokemon Center.
Pokemon Cafe, the center, and you were doing Disney Sea. Yeah.
Are you excited? You ready for them?
I am super excited. I mean, it's hilarious because I'm not actually a Pokemon fan. I really am not. I grew up with Digimon. In all honesty, I know that some people are going to be hating that, but that's the truth. I just grew up with Digimon more than I did with Pokemon. I just never got into it. But I know that the Pokemon Cave is kind of like, it's one of those things that a lot of people say you should check it out. It's not a must, but check it out. But I'm glad I was able to get a reservation, because getting a reservation for that was just a nightmare. I literally had to check almost every single day to see if there's anything available. And I literally was getting to a point where I was like, screw it. It's just not going to happen. I don't care. At the end of the day, it's like there's so much other stuff to do. But I checked one morning, and there was one spot open, and I was able to make a reservation. And I was like, I can't believe I was actually able to do it. So I texted him, and I said, I got us a reservation. We're going on Wednesday.
Yep.
Yep.
Go and check out the Pokemon Cafe.
I hope the food's good, in all honesty.
So far, all the things you've eaten, what's the one that you
you know, I know it's going to be a generic answer, but it's the ramen. That ramen place was just so good. It was so the one I had. It was like you could just. It was just covered in garlic. I like the soy sauce that I had. My broth. The noodles were on point. You know, everything was just so good. And we've had sushi, and now I know what he means when he say it is different. I mean, it's the same, but it's different in terms of it's like got the rice, it's got the fish, but we very much Americanized it in the States. Everything's rolls, and you get like 10 rolls. The place we went to, you just well, I don't know if every sushi place is like that, but we were just literally just tapping a button on an iPad, ordering our food, and it comes off a conveyor belt. You just grab it and you eat it, and you get like 2 rolls with almost. I think the only thing I got was a special, which had like multiple.
The plates.
Yeah, the plate. But that was good. There was like I think there was only 2 rolls that we tried that we didn't care for.
Oh yeah,
the plum
cucumber.
The plum cucumber. I mean, it just had such a weird aftertaste. And it wasn't and I was already full, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to start, I was full. And there was this other one I got, and I can't remember what it was. I like to, I'm here, I want to explore. Was that tuna?
Yeah, it was yam and tuna. I kind of felt like a little cold and slimy.
Yeah, I mean, it just wasn't that good. But that's just such, and with everything else that we had that was so good, 2 rolls out of 20. It's like, that's like that's like, going to a restaurant and be like, well, I'm going to give you a 98% approval. Because I'm pretty sure since they have it on the menu, so I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that like those.
You actually likes the cucumber.
There you go.
Plum. She actually enjoys it.
Yeah. So if I had to rate things now in terms of food, I would say the ramen, the sushi, Coco's, and I know we're going. I have only been here for 3 days, people. Give me more time, please. But that little chicken skewer they got me at that in Akihabara, that was really good. Oh my god. And McDonald's.
Oh yeah, we did have. Well, you did technically go to McDonald's. I got you. I literally said.
Yes, taste.
I literally was like, it's like McDonald's, dude. I don't really care about going, but we went to the thing last night, and so they said please bring stuff, and he's the one that ordered it, and he asked me what I wanted. And they did have something that I thought would be interesting. It was called the Samurai
Mac.
The Samurai Mac.
Samurai Maku.
And I tried it, and it's good, but it's McDonald's. And if you know that statement, you just know that it's just like it's McDonald's.
It's a McDonald's, but it's a Samurai Mac. With the
great samurai.
With Japanese.
Before we die,
teriyaki
we want to have our samurai jack.
Samurai Jack.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Oh god, but no. Unfortunately, it's funny because I've only been here for 3 days, and we've done a lot, but also it feels like we haven't done a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I do say that if you're going to come visit Japan, make sure you're wearing very comfortable shoes.
Yes.
I'm lucky because there is a lot of walking. But honestly, I consider that as a good thing because you eat something that is really good and then you get a chance to just walk it off. And but we've checked out some cool stuff. We actually kind of got lost on our way because we got lost on our way back to Roppongi where I'm staying at, and we got off in this one section. We were walking and we were kind of like.
American Embassy, yeah.
Yeah, we assumed that's what the American Embassy was. There was a bunch of security there, a bunch of police officers. We're walking, and at one point, we're walking, and it looks like a cop's about to come up to me, and I'm looking at Daniel, I'm like, if he asks for my passport, I swear to God, I'm going to kick your ass, Luckily, that's not what the officer did. He just kind of said, oh, no, go ahead. He was just walking towards us, but he wasn't trying to ask us anything. But I literally was thinking to myself, like, this better not be one of those cases where he's asking me for something that I don't have. Because I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
I have it on me today.
That would have been very hilarious.
For him, it would have been like, no!
Because I'd have just been like, see my said, I don't know him. I never met him in my life. He just started following me.
And I would be like, you might have to put me away for jail. I'm about to murder somebody.
What can I say? I don't understand English.
I can't say that. My closest thing I can say is, no habla español. And he's not even going to understand that.
You'd be surprised about speaking. That's the funny thing with Japanese. Like, they study languages in school, but you don't know who actually, like, continued. So most of the people, they can speak Japanese and, like, French. But like Japanese and Spanish, so it's actually really, really hilarious when you like meet like one of Yui's friends. She lives in she's still in Japan now, but she's moving to Guatemala.
Oh, okay.
Speaks fluent Spanish.
Really?
Fluent. She speaks English, but you can see where the Spanish like overtakes the English. Because even when she wants to say some words in English, she says it's in Spanish. So it's like, for her, it's like Japanese, Spanish, and English.
Oh.
So that's actually really, really cool.
I think the place I'm staying at, I think there's a lot of
American citizens that are probably living here that work in Roppongi, because the Starbucks I go to, the couple times I've gone there, I've noticed majority of foreign, white people. Now that doesn't mean that it could be American. They could easily be British or something like that. But I've noticed, and they're all wearing suits because we're right across the street from where I'm staying at. There's a lot of like business buildings and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's people that are probably working there that they have to have English speakers or something like that just to help with maybe their business. And because I've noticed that a couple times, and it's one of those things that I think that's the curse for me, is that I'm gonna love it here and I'm gonna be like, I just want it. I don't want to go. I just want to stay. There's just no way I could ever live here, unfortunately.
Why?
What am I gonna do for a living?
I'm kind of dumb like me. What's it looking?
I'm a dummy.
Dummy too.
He's a lot smarter than I am. He's saying that, but it's BS. He's got this whole setup. I want to know where to begin to do all this.
YouTube.
YouTube's my education.
YouTube is my education,
No, what we need to do is we just need to open a hostel together. That's what we need to do. Just open a hostel, we'll run it, and then that's the way I can stay here in Japan.
Actually, there's a plot of land for sale. I'll take you there later today. We go on our stroll to my area.
Okay.
I want to buy it for a cafe. Because it's on the side of a hill. And that hill is Mount Fuji.
Oh, all right. That'd be awesome.
You just see Mount Fuji, so you just come in, have like some tea or some coffee or some snack. But you just have this like amazing balcony view from Fuji in the distance.
I'll take you there so you get to see the full dream and reality. Actually, I stole the idea from somebody else.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Everything.
But he's
Nothing's original anymore.
He's
Everything's
going to help me. He's going to be part of the investment group because he does interior design.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's going to. We're going to work. We have to work closely so that he gets the layout the way I want it. But yeah, that's like what from the things that I've seen so far. I think I want to open up a store or a place for tourists to come.
It's now that Japan's back open and everything seems to be good. Definitely do the Japan visit app. It just saves you so much time at the airport.
Oh, it saved you like 5 minutes. You were
probably 10 minutes.
in and out, right?
Because I was getting off and I had my phone set up and I was able to just have them scan it, because I was walking past a bunch of people that were either filling out paperwork or filling out the app right there on the spot. I had it up and running and I was able to just go in, scan, scan one more thing, go grab my luggage, scan that, and then just leave. Really, that was it. The only thing I had to stop to take care of was I got the card for the trains, the Passmo card, and then I hailed a taxi and got to the hotel.
Did
So,
you pay with a taxi with Passmo?
No, I paid it with my card.
Oh, okay.
Once I saw that it had a debit little credit card machine, I just paid it right then and there. So everything right now has just been really great. Having such a great time, and this is just the beginning of the first week. I still have another week and technically a half a week, but
So technically, we just used your half week.
pretty much.
So now you have like officially 2 weeks left,
Mm,
which is good.
it is good. And there's still so much to do. Like even if we plan things, there's gonna be a point where I probably would have seen everything, and I'd be like, it's just time to just walk around because we're gonna go back to Akihabara. I'm actually trying to hunt down one more figure that I personally want. And who knows? Maybe
Because we only went to one shop,
we only did. Well, did we?
one building. That's it. That way.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny going into a building here, and you have all these levels, and each single store, every single level has like a different store. We went to one that had like a doll store in it. We saw one that was very much like a hobby store, a card store, a video game store, and then your figure stores.
And there's a bunch of figure stores.
And I got my very first One Piece figure, very nice duet set.
Actually, I won that one. That one was really, really, really cool. Man.
You know what's funny is that I got that because I broke my own law. I really don't like to purchase things of something that I might be familiar with it, but I haven't watched it. I have not watched One Piece, and that's because I'm just not committed to 1,000 episodes. And I don't want to. I know that there are people out there that say, "Well, just watch like seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like skip 5 and 6, and then go to like." It's like you get me committed. I'm gonna want to watch the whole thing.
I say just watch a few episodes, like the beginning, and just see if it takes you along with it.
But I did get a Yui figure, but I got one of the figures that I was, because 2 figures that I actually originally ordered in the States got canceled on me by Amazon, thank you very much. And
Amazon gets the bird.
seriously, I was so pissed off, because there's a 3-figure set. I ordered 1 figure through AmiAmi. I got that figure, no problem, but the 2 figures I ordered on Amazon just got canceled because of shortages, I guess, whatever the stupid reason was. And they just straight up canceled it. I wasn't charged for it, so I guess I shouldn't complain about the fact that because it's not like I paid for something that I never got. But still, the fact that I had ordered the set on purpose, and then I only got 1 figure out of the set, so I knew that I was coming to Japan. I says, well, I'm just gonna hunt those 2 figures down and just get them. And luckily, we found at least one of them. It would have been nice if I saw both of them, but at least I found the other one. And that AmiAmi, because we went to AmiAmi, that was in one of the buildings, but there actually is another AmiAmi location. It's actually just straight up AmiAmi. And there's a bunch of other stores that I want to check out. We were there for a good time, but after we were done with the building, it was starting to get to that point where we had to hurry up and go, we had to go to the karaoke event, And then, of course, since I had figures, we just went straight back to my hotel to drop those off, and then we left from the hotel, so. But, honestly, right now, everything's amazing. Everything's awesome. I'm absolutely loving my time here. It's really cool to hang out with my friend. You have no idea how this is so awesome for me. I got to see Yui again, his wife, and I haven't seen her in 5 years. So, man, just... and I actually was... she complimented me because she says, I know a little bit more about Japanese traditions than he did, because I know that they say that it's a tradition that when you go visit someone's house in Japan to bring them a gift. Now, I was planning on bringing them gifts, period, but I was knew that I was going to be like, okay, now I just know to bring this to them. So don't meet them on the street and then give it to them. Like, when you go to their house, bring the gift and then give it to them. So.
I always just thought of souvenirs, I always bring souvenirs, but I never really envisioned it as giving gifts. Because every time I do come here, I always bring chocolate or. But in my mind,
that's a gift.
it's a gift, but in my mind, it never.
Oh, okay.
Equated as a tradition.
Yeah, they say that it's I mean, if you watch almost any anime, whenever you or like even romance animes, whenever you see the guy or the girl go over to the person's house, they always bring something as a gift for family, like cake, chocolates, stuff like that. The older you get, obviously a kid in an anime is not going to bring the family sake or something like that, but you could do that. I think you could do that. I don't think that would, because it's still technically a gift.
I guess.
But
Because here they have like items.
mhm.
If you go to like the supermarket and stuff, they have pre-packaged items that are gifts or that are used for gifts.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, we have to go back to that one store. I talked to my Uncle Fred, the two lion figures that we saw. He actually said he would like to have those.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna stop by.
That was it for shoes.
Yeah. So I told him that I would get those for him. I just gotta make sure that I have them wrapped in bubble wrap or something, so that way they don't get damaged on the way back home.
Yep.
And if I go any further with this stuff, I might actually have to end up buying a third suitcase. Oh God, God help me, that's gonna be $200 just to take it back home. But at the end of the day, I might be like, worth it.
Hey, you worked hard for this, man. You worked hard.
I did work hard. I did. 3 years in the making.
3 years.
3 years in terms of
Finally, yeah.
3 years in terms of the making of putting the effort into coming, but in terms of actually how long I've wanted to come, I mean, I'm in my 30s now, and I've been wanting to do this since I was a teenager. And I always thought it was. And this really is a dream come true for me, because I never thought it could happen in a million years. The jobs I've always had, not that I'm complaining about my jobs. I obviously was very happy where I worked, but certain jobs you just can't take time off from work, and because if you do, you're not making any money, and you gotta pay bills, stuff like that. I luckily got a job to where I'm actually really, really taken care of, and once that all happened, I just hit him up, said, hey, let's make the dream happen. Got my passport, all that stuff, and this week's it really has been, and maybe that's one of the reasons that. But what's an interesting thing is, I get like yesterday it was very much like, the same thing for me goes. It's probably the same people here in Japan, because what's her name? Io, yeah, she said, because we were on the train, we were heading back, and she was telling me like how she always dreamed of living in America, and I'm like, it's just so weird to have those two opinions, because I always wanted to come here, and then she always wanted to go over there, and I'm not going to talk bad about my own country, obviously, but I'm just sitting there like, because I'm here, and I'm just kind of like, I'm fascinated with everything, like, why would you want to leave this? But it's all new to me, and for her, it's just an everyday thing.
Yeah.
So, so I know that wherever I come, my opinion is, I'm pretty sure there's another person in another country that always has the same concept as well.
Yeah. Plus, your main reason for coming here is not so.
It's not a wife. It's not a wife.
It's for looking for a wife. We need to find you a wife.
I honestly thought it was going to be her last night, because I was sitting there like, is Daniel going to try and start setting me up, because you literally told her we're looking for a wife.
And now, the more girls you tell them, they have friends. They have friends that have friends, Manny is looking for a wife so that he can be paying me $10,000 a month to live in Japan.
I'm like, renting your room?
No, it's for the wife now.
But we have to talk about our good friend Trey. It was so cool to hang out with him on Saturday when I showed up, because both Daniel and Trey met me at my hotel. We then went out and had, even though we didn't do much, I still had a blast, and hanging out with two guys that I have not seen in years. Well, I saw Daniel, actually, I did see you last year, because you were still living in the States.
San Diego, yeah.
And in January, I went to my friend's wedding, and so we were able to actually hang out for at least a couple hours. But this is a long time coming in terms of us being able to hang out on multiple days, the whole day, and not just like have dinner and then just say, hey, all right, take it easy, bye.
Yeah.
So I think if I did move here, if I could move here, I probably would move in this neighborhood, just because I would like to be neighbors with him.
Like, for me personally, when you walk around...
The fact that we walked to that one station and it took us about, 15, 20 minutes to get there just by walking? the temples and the shopping malls. And
Oh yeah, that one is for true. Like I've even taken you this side. Like that side is still densely populated because of the temple. It's familiar, so there's still a lot of people there. When we go the other way, so we went this way. We're gonna go closer to NEC. You're gonna see NEC. We're gonna pass that area. It's more homes, more city life. You know, everybody's more chill, relaxed. And you have like the nature starts coming out. So, you know, so when you're walking, you're now walking on like main roads no more. You're going through these paths, and you see the trees, and you see like little springs and all the little nature things. Then on the other side is the river. So for me, the river is cool because if you watch any anime and you have a river scene, I swear it's the same as the movie. Identical from the fireworks to the little bridge that they have and they chill on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Exact. So for me, when I go out, it's like, wow, you guys didn't really do much. Because in the anime, you think, wow, you guys had the imagination to draw it like this, and the person, nah, it's the same thing. Like the guy just took a picture, started using a pencil to sketch over it, and be like, all right, he's sitting here. Because when you get there, you're like, am I in an anime? You know? Especially in the schools. The schools is like, I guess, for me, was the biggest mindfuck. I went to go play basketball in one of the high schools, and you go inside, you have a little section where you put your shoes in, and you wear the little slippers that they give you to go to class, then you go up to the basketball court, you put on your sneakers, and you can go into like the classrooms. I went into one of the classrooms, and I actually went and sat down in the corner window, the corner seat at the back by the window, and I'm looking down at like the whole floor. And I'm like, how many anime scenes have I seen? You know, with this. And it's so surreal. It's so, they didn't do much. In terms of like when they do all the animes and their scenes, you can see how it is their life. Nothing really changes from the anime to the real world, apart from the fact that they're animated. But even the animated characters, you actually see them in Japan. You will still see people with pink hair, red hair, yellow hair, green hair.
I've noticed that, yeah.
You know, wearing costumes of like, and for me, I feel like I'm living in an old.
It was funny, and I'm not trying to, but it is funny when you see Japanese girls with dyed blonde hair, and I know it's dyed. There's no way in hell that's your natural hair color. If it is, I apologize in advance, but I don't believe you.
The question you need to ask is, does the carpet match the drapes? Or does the drape match the carpet?
We can prove this. Oh, yeah, it's not your. It is your natural hair color. All right, take me away, officers.
Oh yeah.
But no, it's just. I mean, being at Akihabara yesterday was just so cool. You know, seeing big buildings with all the anime characters, all these promotions, stuff that you're not gonna find in the United States. You're gonna find you'll find your one anime store, and that'll be your local store that you go to. But the fact that the figures that I've gotten here, I actually spent less here than I did back in the States, because obviously there's got to be that service charge and that shipping and stuff like that. So they got to price it to where it makes sense, because I'm pretty sure the figures I bought there would have been more expensive if I bought them there. So definitely, if you're an anime fan and your goal is to come here and get a couple figures, make sure you have your passport. Make sure that, but yeah, this is going to be the place to get them, because you probably can get more figures here and spend less here than you would back in the States. So that to me is just like that's incredible. You know.
Yep.
But there's just so much other stuff we want to do. There's a Snoopy museum from the Peanuts characters that's here in Tokyo. I was like, interesting. And then I actually did some research, and I was telling Daniel here the little side note for anyone who might be interested in. But I found out that if it wasn't for the Peanuts, Hello Kitty wouldn't be here.
Really?
Yeah, I told you that. So I don't know the gentleman's name, and I don't want to butcher it either. So even if I looked it up, I probably wouldn't bother. But the guy that basically eventually would invent Hello Kitty, before Hello Kitty existed, he licensed the characters from Peanuts to bring them over here to Japan. That's how the Peanuts came here. And it was a huge hit. The Peanuts were a huge hit here in Japan. Snoopy, Charlie Brown, all of it. And I guess he did that for a while. The problem was that he was still paying a lot of money for the license fee to do that. And so he was very much trying to figure out a way to just not have to license that anymore. But he needed something cute, and he needed something that would appeal to Japanese the way the Peanuts appeal to it. And I don't know the exact details, but through that, Hello Kitty was born. And Hello Kitty now is such a global phenomenon all over the world. The fact that Hello Kitty has Gucci stuff, and there's a Hello Kitty resort, which we're not going to. It's way too far anyway. Even if I wouldn't want to. Not for me. We saw a Hello Kitty Gundam yesterday, for God's sakes.
That was actually, I have to say, that was actually pimping.
It was. I mean, in terms of in terms of the collaborations that happen here, and I think that's another thing that's really cool here. That I'm not trying to say that there's no collaborations in America. There are clearly. Most of it's to do with McDonald's and the biggest, whatever the big budget movie is, Jurassic Park, Mario, or something like that. But like the fact that I can see a bottle of bleach that has a character from Attack on Titan in it, it's just one of those like. I would definitely be buying that brand if I was living in America, because why the hell is that not there? Did you know that they actually came out with a Roomba that actually had the voice of one of the characters from Attack on Titan? Only here in Japan.
That would be cool. Be like, get out of my way, Eren. Transform!
Autobots, transform. But, no, we were having once again, only 3 days. This is the fourth one, but it's just been such a blast.
I think we're going to do another podcast.
Bring it. I don't care. We can do another one.
We're gonna have to do another one to like your whole accumulation of your time, so that like before you leave, you do one like how your whole summary of Japan.
This place sucks. This is the worst country. No. I'm literally having, and once again, this is a dream come true for me. So it's like, even the things that I like. When I say negative, I mentioned sushi rolls, for God's sakes. That's not a negativity. That's just something that just didn't appeal to you. But in terms of everything else right now, everything else is great. I learn something new every day. Someone looked at me and says, "You know, there's Wi-Fi on the bus, right? Or on the trolley." I was just like,
Well, there's Wi-Fi almost everywhere.
So I was, because I'm saving my data, of course, so I'm not really trying to be on the only time I use, right now, when I get to the hotel and I'm connected to my Wi-Fi, I use it all the time, YouTube or whatnot. But in terms of when I'm out, I'm usually using it for just the map, because I do need to know where I'm going. No, people are friendly, food's excellent, hanging out with my boy, it's just been so great, and honestly, like I said on the last podcast, I actually did shed a little tear on the taxi from the airport to here, because it was just that I'm here.
He didn't shed a few tears. He was bawling.
I was not.
Thank you.
Pretty sure the taxi driver would have pulled over and been like, "Get out."
Oh boy, just give me some napkin,
No, I wasn't bawling, but I literally was. It was just like, this is happening. I'm here, and it's no longer a dream anymore. It's me actually being here in Tokyo, and you know, honestly, don't know. Honestly, I don't know where to go from here. I mean, the next dream, I guess, is to live here, but I just don't see that as a possibility.
Well,
in reality, I
don't
just don't
say never to never. What they say? Never. Don't say never. Never say never.
Never say never.
Never
Yes.
say never. But in terms of your next adventure, I think you'll still have to wait up to like accumulate some bonus points for your PTO.
Oh yeah.
So we will find a.
Well, whenever him and Yui decide to have their actual reception, like their like actual. I mean, they had a wedding. They're married, but they didn't have the big shebang thing. So whenever they plan to do that, I'll be here. I told him flat out, like, just let me know. And obviously, and he knows already to let me know in advance. But when that happens, I'll be here. Even if it's just for a week. Okay, I won't be here.
Oh, you go to Thailand.
That's fine. Why would you do it in Thailand?
Oh, I love Thailand.
Alright.
I stayed.
Watch me go to Thailand, and you know what? I'll just deliver me out like a jackass the whole time, like, this place.
Thailand is beautiful. Thailand is. Ooh. That one's for another episode.
You're really asking a lot from your friends and family to be like, okay, we're not going. All right, I know we live here, but we're not.
Thailand is cheap. It's way cheaper than Thailand. So my yen is like your dollars in Thailand. You know, so I can actually like.
I was planning something, and now he just threw that under the rug. It's just like,
Well, so far I got. I did a podcast with Frankie.
Mm.
And he's like, you can come to Thailand. So
No. I obviously
we're going to have a big get together in Thailand. You're coming.
It's your wedding. I'll be there no matter what. So, but yeah,
And we might do the
I
honeymoon.
want to come back here.
We might do the honeymoon in North Korea.
Oh, that'd be cool because I know you said you wanted to go.
Yeah, North Korea. He's going to be hosting the honeymoon party.
Well, just pray for you, man. I'm not going on the honeymoon. What am I going to be there? Oh, we're gonna have a threesome or something?
Alrighty then. See you guys in the next episode of the Renegade Pirate Podcast, where we talk about adventures and share stories.
Peace.
Peace.